I'd always believed that trust was the unshakable foundation of a relationship. Without it, you didn't have a partnership. You had a contract with an expiration date. And with Emily, I never thought the foundation would crack. We'd been together for almost 3 years. She was ambitious, sharp-witted, and so driven by her career in marketing that I sometimes wondered if I'd ever be as important as her next big campaign. Still, I supported her late nights, her client dinners, and the fact that her phone buzzed more than mine ever did. I didn't mind, not at first. That all started to change one Thursday evening. She texted me around 5 p.m. Work ran late. Don't wait up. Just gonna crash at my sister's place. Early morning meeting tomorrow. I thought nothing of it. Her sister lived across town, and Emily had stayed there before. But while I was cleaning up the kitchen, I noticed her laptop bag by the couch. The one she always took when she worked late. If she was staying at her sister's, why was it here? The envelope. I shouldn't have looked, but curiosity has a way of whispering, what's the harm? I unzipped the bag, expecting to see her planner or maybe some printed reports. Instead, I found a cream-colored envelope with my girlfriend's name on it. The handwriting was neat, unfamiliar, and definitely not her own. Inside were 2 folded pages. The first line hit like a punch to the chest. Last night was perfect. You look beautiful in that dress. I can't wait to see you again without the world watching. The words weren't obscene, but they didn't need to be. The intimacy dripped off the page. The second note was even worse. I hate pretending I'm just a colleague. Soon we won't have to hide. I sat on the couch, reading them over and over. My stomach churned. My brain tried to rationalize. Maybe it was from years ago. Maybe it was from a friend. But the date on the top corner was from 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks, while she'd been working late. I dialed her. She answered quickly, cheerful. Hey, babe. What's up? I gripped the notes in my hand. Where are you right now? She hesitated. I told you I'm at my sister's. Funny, her sister's voice wasn't murmuring in the background. Instead, I heard the faint clink of silverware and low restaurant music. That's weird, I said, my voice calm but shaking inside. Because I'm holding 2 love notes with your name on them. And I'm guessing your sister doesn't write like this. Silence. A long, heavy silence. Daniel, she started but didn't finish. She came home an hour later, her hair wind-tossed, makeup smudged like she'd been wiping at her eyes. She sat across from me at the table and didn't touch the glass of water I'd poured for her. It's someone from work, she said finally. It just happened. I didn't plan it. I laughed, a bitter, sharp laugh that surprised even me. You didn't plan to lie to me for weeks? You didn't plan to tell me you were with your sister while you were with him? Her eyes filled with tears. I'm sorry, Daniel. I didn't know how to end it with you. The worst part wasn't the betrayal. It was that she'd already decided to replace me and just hadn't gotten around to telling me. I didn't shout. I didn't throw anything. I stood, walked to the bedroom, and pulled out the small overnight bag I'd taken on our first trip together. I tossed in my essentials, clothes, toothbrush, phone charger, and zipped it shut. She followed me to the door. Please, can't we talk about this? I handed her the notes. You've already said everything that matters. When I stepped outside, the night air was cold, but it felt clean. I didn't look back. 2 months later, I learned something important in the weeks after. Love doesn't end the moment someone betrays you. It ends when you stop letting their lies dictate your worth. The notes were gone, the apartment was quiet, and I finally had room to breathe. Emily sent me a message once, a short apology that ended with, I hope you can forgive me someday. I never replied. Forgiveness wasn't for her. It was for me, and I gave it to myself the moment I walked out that door. 2 months after I walked out, I thought I was over it. I had new routines, gym in the mornings, cooking my own dinners, even joining a photography class to keep my mind busy. But healing is tricky. You think you're done, and then something yanks you back. For me, that something came in the form of a late-night grocery run. I was in the coffee aisle when I heard a familiar laugh, one I used to wake up to, Emily, and she wasn't alone. The scene I didn't want to see. She was standing with a tall man in a fitted blazer, leaning on the cart, like it was a stage prop in their own private romance film. They weren't holding hands, but the way he looked at her told me everything. It was him, the note writer. I could have walked away, but curiosity, and maybe a pinch of masochism, kept my feet rooted. They moved down the aisle, and as they passed, Emily's eyes met mine. For a flicker of a second, her smile faltered, replaced by that same guilt I saw the night I left. "Daniel," she said softly, stopping her cart. "Emily." My voice was colder than I expected. The guy looked between us, sensing tension but staying quiet. The conversation that closed the door. She stepped closer, lowering her voice. "You look good." "I feel good," I replied, meaning it more than I thought I would. Guess we both moved on. Her eyes darted away. "I didn't mean for it to happen like it did." "You've said that before," I reminded her. "But the truth is, you meant for something to happen." And it did. The details don't matter anymore. Her face tightened like she wanted to defend herself, but then she just nodded. "I hope you're happy." I shrugged. "I am. Happier than I was when I thought love was just trust waiting to be broken." She blinked hard, as if my words cut deeper than I intended. Then she turned back to her cart, rejoining the man without another word. I walked out without buying a thing, but I felt lighter. It wasn't that I'd won the breakup. Life isn't a scoreboard. It was that I could finally stand in front of her and feel nothing pulling me back. No desire, no anger, no longing, just peace. And that was worth more than any apology she could ever give.